forgot to put a microphone on. Hey everybody, how's it going? Last night was a total foobar. Snafu, jacked up. I had the wrong information. I was given the wrong information. And it wasn't 6 hours, 7 hours ago it happened. It was the previous midnight that it happened. The previous one. So here I am like a big dummy. Went out there and nobody was there. It happened 24 hours prior. I did not do my research well enough to find out properly, and so there we go. There we go. And let's see here. We're going to, I've already done that. We got to do our poll. I'm not doing a poll today. I'd have to get up. I'm just total discombobbled today. I'm all over the place. So, and the camera looks like it's a mile away because I'm having some technical issues with that. I don't know what's going on this morning. I don't know. There's Mike the Bike Dasher. What? You won a $400 red dot site on a live stream last night. Well, la-dee-da, Johnny. Kudos to you, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've thought about doing little giveaways and things like that. I just don't know what I could give away that people would want. I didn't schedule this morning's live. I don't know. I did get a few things printed off. There was a cool little story yesterday, day before. I don't think it was in India. But this elephant is known to this community, kind of just walk around, do whatever it wants. Like any elephant should be able to, right? It's a freaking elephant. It went into this convenience store and kind of just walked. It ducked its head. Somehow it fit through the doors. But the picture of the elephant, its back is like touching the top of the ceiling. And decides to eat like this whole shelf full of snacks. Just eats candy. And then just walks away like nothing happened. Oh, you got your coffee cup? Oh, yeah. Cool, man. Congratulations on your new coffee mug. Yay! Oh, we got Mel here. We got all kinds of people here this morning. Thanks for showing up, guys, and hanging out with me. Yeah, anyway. The camera, this whole morning is just totally jacked up. But, yeah, I was going to go there and do this whole WTF News thing. And I had my information all wrong. I was 24 hours late getting there and doing the newscast. Shocker, huh? 2 days in a row, jacked up. Yeah, thanks, Mel. But anyway, it's all right. Today's National Donut Day, and I love donuts. And it's also D-Day for here in the United States. Excuse me, sorry about that. Donuts. I like just plain glazed donuts. People want to get all the ones with the ice. I like my coffee plain, and I like my donuts plain. Just glazed, that's it. I don't need all the sprinkles and icing and filling and stuff. This is just casual talk over a cup of coffee for about 30 minutes, then try to get a positive start for your day. The real debate is, and I know this is only going to pertain to people in the United States, which one do you prefer more, Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme? That's like the two big donut factions here in the United States as far as a donut shop. Now there's plenty of, you can get donuts all kinds of places, grocery stores and things like that. But as far as big donut chains, and that's what they do is donuts. It's Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts. Why does Uncle Terry love stretchy britches? Because he just wants to be held. He just wants to be held. That's why he wears stretchy britches. He just wants to be held. Hertz Donuts. Never heard of that one. You might like them too, stretchy britches. I don't know. Not do it. I don't even like in the wintertime where you wear like thermals and stuff like that to keep you warm. I don't even like wearing those. Krispy Kreme all the way. When that hot and ready, if you're not familiar, like Ramesh, I'm explaining for Ramesh, and probably random as well, the Krispy Kreme donut shop will have this sign, a neon sign, and it'll turn on randomly through the day, and it'll say hot and ready, and that's when they're actually making them at that moment, and you can get them fresh off they fry them, right? So you get them fresh, hot, gooey, just perfect glazed donuts. They melt in your mouth. They're just absolutely amazing. It's insane how good they are when they're hot and ready. When you see that hot and ready sign, just pull in there and buy you one. If you're here in the States and can do it, treat yourself to at least one hot and ready Krispy Kreme donut. It'll change your life. Oh, yes. Polish donuts. Never heard of those. Yep, Polish donuts. There's donuts all over the world because donuts are awesome. And it's National Donut Day here in the States. But you can have donuts anywhere in the world if you like. The Krispy Kreme that's in this town is way on the other side of town. Coincidentally enough, not far from that Best Buy I visited last night at midnight for no damn reason. So yeah. That's gonna irk me all day long. I will not spell check you, Ramesh, when you said Krispy Kreme. Unlike logic would play in spelling a word, it started with the letter K. Both Krispy and Kreme have the letter K's, not C's. I'm in Georgia, by Athens, Georgia. Down here in the United States, southeast United States. Liz is in Georgia as well. Ramesh is in India. Random's in Australia. Johnny's in Illinois. Look at me remembering stuff. Terry is not with us, the truck driver. He lives in Kentucky. But here's a story that Ramesh can maybe weigh in on. There's this man in southwest India who taught 10,000 people how to swim for free in a river that's popular to end people from drowning. Evidently, people kept drowning. They didn't know how to swim. They just wanted to play in the water. And this guy's like, look, you got to do this to swim so you don't die. And they're like, oh, thanks. And now they can play safely. Yeah, 10,000 people to swim. I couldn't even teach one kid how to swim. I couldn't imagine trying to teach 10,000 people how long that took. Was it like a group thing? Was he up like on a platform? Like, all right, guys, you got to swing your arms, kick your feet, keep your head above water. I don't know. Fake news. You just have to go to the goodnewsnetwork.com. It says his name, but I can't pronounce it. I didn't want to butcher it. They're doing that in New York City, teaching lessons. They have swimming lessons in different pools, public pools, and things like that. Here, you pay for it, you know. Then you got the videos of the parents who just chunk their 1-year-old babies in the pool. Learn to swim. It's like, what? It's like there's this old video, John Wayne movie, and the kid was fishing by the creek or the pond or whatever, and he wouldn't go out in the water and get something because he couldn't swim. So John Wayne, this is a Western movie, grabs the kid and just flings him up there in the water. And then, of course, for fight for survival, the kid swims back. I can swim now. Yeah, that's one way to teach somebody how to swim. Just chunk them out there. But I think they said the argument for babies is like they have the natural instinct to kind of just roll on their back and kind of float and wade to keep their head above water. And there are videos that show people doing that with their babies. Literally just taking their babies up to a swimming pool and saying, love you, bloop. And then they sit there and go, come on, Timmy, you can do it. Look at him, I said he could do it. Oh, the crown next to your name is mean you're third place in participation in this current chat stream that we're doing. So you can have first, second, or third based on your participation and engagement in the live stream. So right now you're beating out people who show up all the time. So keep up the good work. Little moose. Is that a thing? I don't know if you've seen a moose here in the States. They're like 7, 8 feet tall. They're like elephant size. They're massive. I don't know. I would call a baby person a moose. Third place. I don't know. Go swim, you little moose. We chuckle at Ramesh not understanding stuff, and then he turns around and says something like that and chuckles at us. Never seen a moose. I haven't seen one in person, but I've seen them in pictures and videos, and they're like they're walking down the street because of cities growing and towns popping up. And you see a moose with its huge horns standing next to a car, and then you realize this thing is 10 feet tall. It's just like you could drive your car underneath it if it was crossing the road and you'd be fine. Moose are scary. I wouldn't want to like walk up to a moose and be like, here, moosey moose, have a snack. I don't know what you eat, but here you go. Please don't step on me. I'm sure they'll be aggressive to defend themselves, but they're not like out running rampant down the streets and just stomping on people. They're kind of chill. They're walking around. It's like, hey, what's going on here in the neighborhood? We having a block party or what? Really? Wow. I've never seen a cassowary. A cassowary? Moose meat? I don't know. I'd have to look up what a cassowary is. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Did you just look them up, Ramesh? Cassowary. Is it cassowary or cassowary? Cassowary. All right, we're going to look up cassowary. I'll make sure I spell this right so I don't get something else that I don't want. Nope. O-W-R-Y. It's a flightless bird. Is that right? They look like an ostrich. Kinda, if I had to compare it to another animal. They look pretty big. Cassowary. Now he's in Australia, so he's introducing us to a new animal here. Cassowary. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt there are people that hunt and live primarily off moose. I mean, yeah. Hey, Satire, thanks for joining us. Stupid dangerous. Huh. I guess I'm assuming they're aggressive and they'll chase you. That would remind me of like Canadian geese here in the States. You go to a little pond, you throw little breadcrumbs out, and the geese come up, and if you stop, they'll chase you down. Hissing and stuff. Geese are weird. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like geese. I remember having the kids at the park and cobra chickens. Ducks are cool. Just, you know. But geese are like, give me that damn food. Let's go. I know you got a whole loaf in your hand. Why are you walking away? And they will chase you down. They are aggressive. They're mad. They need to have some Zaza, chill them out a little bit or something. I don't know. Geese, I need it for your bike. Not grease. Poor Ramesh. Who here's ever been to a drive-in theater? This is like old school stuff. The first drive-in theater was on this day in 1933. Everywhere here, and I've never had an issue with one or know anyone that has. I guess they just come down to the States and they're pissed off at us Americans. And then when it's summertime, they're like, screw you, we're going back to Canada. In the wintertime, like, damn it, we got to come down here and deal with these stupid Americans and their white bread. You have a bunch of ducks. Ducks are cool, yeah. Well, it was an interesting little story. The first drive-through was 1933. This guy did a patent on it. So he's the only one. There was like one or two in his area. He had a lock on it until like 46 or something. And they struck down his patent and then said there was no way you could patent that for whatever reason. And then they just popped up all over America. But in 1933, makes total sense because it was probably a silent film and just some music playing in the background. So you wouldn't need the little microphones and things like that you would see at a drive-through. You just pull up and you laugh at some little musical movie. I don't know. It would be kind of boring, I would imagine. But that's all they knew. They didn't know about, they didn't have sound in movies then. They just played music in the background type stuff. Bring your car. I mean, I don't think drive-thrus would work that great today, though. People they're streaming stuff on their phones. Why would they want to go sit in their car, gas prices, sit there with the AC running, trying to watch a movie that they can watch in the comfort of their own home? So I don't think that would work anymore. It's a novel idea at the time, you know, before cable and things like that. But yeah. Maybe it's the bad beer. Like that movie Canadian Bacon, John Candy starts to ride at a hockey game because all I said was Canadian beer sucks. There's just like this whole riot breaks out at a hockey game. I love that movie. It's absolutely hilarious. Oh, the drive-in? You still have drive-ins up there? Oh. I know. There's a theater here in town. Complete recliner. I mean, your legs are stretched out, you're comfortable, you can recline back it up as much. Heated seats. And if you went to like the premiere level, you could be sitting in a massage chair the whole time you're watching the movie. They've got to. It's like, if we just did regular seats, people would stay home. We got to do extra, make it comfortable and fancy, or they're not going to show up at the theater. And even then, it's small crowds. Packed in the summers here. Huh. They still got one in New Jersey as well. I mean, it'd be cool to go to one just to experience it once. I've never been to a drive-through. I remember as a kid, I guess, driving past one that had grown up with trees and brushes, but the screen was still there and the booth or whatever. And I'm like, what's that? You know, as a kid, and all that's where you drive your car up. And I was like, that's weird. Yeah. Only open this summer and they're very popular. Well, that's cool, man. But I just imagine it would still be relatively cool in the summertime in Canada compared to like Georgia. You're talking at 95 to 100 degrees with like 95% humidity. It would be miserable sitting out in your car, baking in your car, trying to watch a movie. That's probably why they're not down here anymore. Car suspensions got to work out in the drive-ins. People getting the freak on. Yep. That's funny. Yeah, you'd be having the car run the whole damn time. You're like, you expect me to drive up there and pay $10 a person and then spend $20 in gas just watching a movie we can watch at home? I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, well, a lot of places have gotten hotter. I grew up in Tennessee. And in the 80s, I was born in 76, so a lot of my childhood is obviously in the 80s. I just don't remember it being that hot as it is today. Temperatures have risen. It's just, they're there. The numbers are there. You can't deny it. Why and how, I'm not going to get into all that. I don't know the facts. There's a lot of arguments in that. But it has gotten considerably hotter in the past 30, 40 years. So I do remember one winter in Tennessee having traffic jams in the theaters. One Christmas, it was warm enough for us to go out into this field and play baseball with t-shirts on in Tennessee. It was warm enough for that. We had opened up our presents that Christmas morning, and you got a new baseball and glove, or you got a football or whatever, things like that. And we all just ran out there in this big open, it was a cornfield, but everything had been cleaned off. It's wintertime. It's just dirt, basically. And we went out there and had fun all day on Christmas Day. I thought that was very strange. While my mom was playing I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas in the background. 127 degrees Fahrenheit in Canada. Weird. That doesn't make any sense. That's strange. I don't know. I'm going back to Donut Day. That's like Robert's laying here on the floor. You gonna come up here and say hi to everybody? No, I'm gonna stretch. He has no desire to get up. He's just laying there. He's all like, Murr. He's like a teenager. Leave me alone. Oh, do something with me. Leave me alone. Sideways rain. The Forrest Gump rain. All kinds of different rain, different directions. Well, true. I know that. I'm not thinking it's just... I know you have different regions of Canada. They're going to have different temperatures, obviously. But I just don't imagine it being that hot in Canada. Now, you've had wildfires that are still going on in Canada. It's just crazy. Well, you just sealed my fate, Ramesh. I'm never going to India. If it's 143 degrees Fahrenheit, that's almost cooking temperature for meat. I am not going to India. That's not doing it. Yeah, not going there. 143 Fahrenheit. When I was in Iraq, the hottest I saw it get was almost like 129 Fahrenheit, and that's in the desert. And I thought that was insane. Are you sure 143 Fahrenheit, Ramesh? You people would just be passing out all the damn time. You just bodies laying everywhere from heat exhaustion. It'd be, apocalyptic. I don't think I'd want to be around that. Yeah, I don't think I want to be around that. 104 is pretty damn hot as well. Just 47? See, I don't know if you're using Celsius or Fahrenheit, Ramesh. You're all over the place. 60 Celsius. That is insane. 47 is hot. Yeah. All that. It's just that must have been a typo when you said 143 Fahrenheit. People would be just cooking. They would be just, sizzling on the streets. Yeah. The power grid would fail. Nobody could keep their stuff running long enough. They would. No. That's why you had 10,000 people swimming in the river and drowning. They're all burning up. They had to jump in the river, and this guy had to teach them how to swim so they wouldn't die. (116 Fahrenheit). That's insane. They would be cooking, Ramesh. Obviously, Ramesh doesn't cook or get in front of a stove. But anyway, oh, another Google trend. Us old people laugh at this. One of the Google trends that's going on right now is handwriting. Because here in the States, again, they stopped teaching cursive writing because that's smart. And everybody was getting into tablets and computer gadgets. They just like, we're not going to have to write in cursive. What's that all about? Fancy writing for old people. And then when they get older and I need you to sign this piece of paper. And they're like, D. And they look like they're just stepped out of a second grade classroom trying to write their name. And it was just embarrassing and sad. Let's see. Let's get some to my... just hang meat off the side of your house, Ramesh. It's so damn hot. Cursive is gangsta. I mean, I write cursive sometimes. I'm not great at it. I don't use it all the time. So I'm not like, elegant with my cursive writing. Now I can sign my name and I can write a whole paragraph or, whatever, a whole letter out on a piece of paper in cursive. It's not a problem. I can do it. It's just something not used every once in a while, all the time. But if you got to sign a piece of paper, you got to be able to write cursive. People aren't going to take you serious. 134, highest recorded temperature in history at Death Valley. I believe it. 134. Damn. That is just too damn hot. Maybe that's why primitive people, cavemen and stuff, ran around half naked. They didn't have air conditioning and it was hot outside. They're like, you know what? I'm not putting on this stuff on. I don't even know why I'm putting it on to begin with. All the animals are running around naked. So why do I have to put something on? I imagine our caveman ancestors just didn't have any kind of clothes at all. They put clothes on them now in pictures and books to kind of cover them up for modesty. I don't think they had any clothes back then. I think they ran around naked. There was no reason to. Hey, they're free spirits running around living life. They didn't have stretchy britches. That is true. And Johnny is currently naked. So there we go. We're getting the real truth about everybody. No, I don't want to see photos. I'll just take his word for it. He's got his socks on. He's just walking around with socks on, nothing else. Oh man, that's funny. You look at these old Greek statues and things like that, and they're pretty much naked as well. So, clothing. I think we can contribute a lot of clothing to religion, which is good. I think it's good. There's some bodies out there today that I don't want to see naked. There's a lot of them I don't want to see naked. It's great we have clothing. There's a debate about stretchy breeches, but yeah, I don't think I'd want to. I'm smoking a cigar laying in the bathtub with the socks on. Hot dogs in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. You guys are too much. But yeah, people are searching handwriting, how to write cursive, how to write neat, how to write a complete sentence. There's this whole thing of people searching stuff. And then it shows this graph about people asking about cursive writing and how the search just kept going up and up over the years, more and more, because they just weren't teaching it. Oh, no. Please don't. He said it 10 times. Johnny B is doing voice to text. I'll read the chat. Liz can concur. It's difficult to read this chat and talk to the camera and keep up with everybody. Is it not, Liz? It's a little difficult. They can't read their grandmother's cookbooks. Right, right. They'll have to take a picture of it and have it translated through Google or something like that. What does this say? Now, I will say that reading like old letters like from 200 years ago, there's like this and now and all this crazy, how the English has changed, the grammar's changed. That would be a little difficult to break down, but it's still cursive writing. You should be able to read it just fine. If you ask me, I'm trying. I think they just like to pick at me. It's no big deal. Bad, Malcolm, bad. Well, there's my 30 minutes for this morning. You're making it clap while you drive. Thanks for sharing, Johnny. I really appreciate that. You guys have a great day. And Diddy's not guilty. Well, I don't know. I never was invited to any of his parties. I probably wouldn't have gone had he invited me to begin with. That's a whole another story for a whole nother day. But thanks for throwing it in there at the last second. Oh, well. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some other stuff. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you can, go get a donut. It's National Donut Day. And I will see you guys probably later tonight or tomorrow or the next day. I'm always on here. All right, guys. Bye.